Alright guys, so it's time for another Sinful Colors video. We are going to be looking at the Luck of the Stylish collection for St. Patrick's Day, I'm guessing. I mean, it doesn't say for St. Patrick's Day on the display. But we have a lot of green things here, actually rather fantastic green things here, and one gold. And you've probably seen this display for months. It's been out since practically the beginning of 2017. But I waited till now to put it in because Sinful Colors has released so much stuff this year. I should count how many polishes and try to figure out how many. I'm going to put the number here. A lot of polish, and there's just been too many things. So I waited to put this review in until right before St. Patrick's Day. I bet this display will still be out for a while because Sinful Colors likes to keep their displays out until they kind of, sell a lot of the product, makes sense. Anyway, so you'll probably still be able to get your hands on some of these if you are interested, if you happen to have not picked them up yet. But you guys, there are some really good polishes in here. They did 1, 2, 3 new polishes. So there's only 3 out of the 8 that are new, and then 5 are re-promotes, but everything that they pulled out to kind of help out this collection, to kind of fill out the whole display, are really great polishes. So I highly recommend all of them. Let's go ahead and look at these polishes. I'm wearing one of them here. Sinful Colors does green so well. You guys know I talked to you about how they really do blue really well, but this collection shows they really know how to do green. So if you've ever been to Sinful Colors website before, you should go and check out all the millions of collections that they have out right now. But when you go to Luck of the Stylish and you scroll up, at the bottom, there's these little dots of the polish, and that shows you what is in the collection. See how there are 8 colors there? So that's how you know. It's not necessarily the bottles up here. See how that says goes great with? That doesn't mean that that's within the collection. You have to scroll down always on their website to see what is in the collection. So we're going to go from left to right across that field there and look at all the polishes in a row there, and that's the order that we're going to follow. So it starts with the 3 new polishes. I just realized that my lippy had worn off from earlier. I love this stuff. This is Miley Moisture Lock. Grapefruit is the scent. Anyway, yeah, we were gonna go ahead and start swatching. So the first polish in the collection is this beautiful light, it's like a light spring green with a lot of white in it, and it has a lot of gold micro glitter shimmer. It's more like shimmer. It's just like a very heavy shimmer. This is called Works Like a Charm. This is a very light kind of pastel pistachio kind of shade, but it has great coverage in 2 coats. I loved this polish. You guys are going to hear me say that a lot in this review. I really enjoyed all these polishes. So yeah, this is great at 2 coats. The shimmer sparkle, whatever you want to call it, because it's practically a glitter. It's so bright, and you can really see all the individual particles. It's so strong, and you can see it really great even after the polish is dried. Slap a top coat on this baby, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Works like a charm. This next polish is called Queen of Green, and this is number 2205. And this is a beautiful emerald green, like an evergreen, and it has tons of gold shimmer, just absolutely brilliantly sparkling on the nail. This is great at 2 coats. This is a really great formula. It's really pigmented and pretty saturated, almost a 1-coater. You know what is really interesting? Just in this last Swatchfest, I swatched Zoya Logan. And if you don't come to Swatchfest, on Swatchfest we just swatch random polishes from my stash so that polishes that don't belong in a certain collection still get a chance to be swatched, and we get to talk about them, and we just have a fun chill time on Saturdays. Anyway, if I hadn't swatched Zoya Logan, I wouldn't know to tell you. This is basically an exact dupe of it. I put it side by side right here on a nail wheel, and they are exact dupes. In fact, I'll throw it up here on the screen for you so you can see. So if you didn't get Zoya Logan and you got this one, I mean, they are really similar, so it's hard for me to say you need both. I really like Zoya polishes, so I like to collect them, but really guys, this is the same thing. So this is great at 2 coats, Queen of Green. Next up we have the glitter topper, and this one is called Clover It. And actually in the display that I originally picked up most of these polishes in, the original display had like a bunch of other stuff that was not in the collection that Sinful Colors says is the collection on their website, so I went and found those separately. Anyway, they had the other shamrock glitter also being sold in that display, which is kind of weird because they're basically the same exact polish. They both have very small emerald green glitters, they have matte spring green glitters, and they have clovers. The only difference is that in the older polish, the clovers are gold, and in this one, the clovers are hollow. So they just kind of updated it with some hollow glitters. So, I mean, it is very nice. If you don't care about the hollow though, and you already have the older one, it is called Feeling Lucky, number 1712. Then I don't know that you necessarily need the newer one. I mean, when I look at them, I guess it looks like the older one has a more densely pigmented just amount of glitters actually, because it looks denser, but they are very, very similar. So if you're looking for a reason not to get this, it's incredibly similar to Feeling Lucky. The next polish up is this gold one, and this is the first of the re-promoted polishes, but these are all worth paying attention to. This is number 2008 Gilded Goddess. This is a really light gold. It reminds me of like the gold that is spun in the Miller's Tale in Rumpelstiltskin, right? When the Miller's wife spins the gold into straw, or straw into gold. That's what it makes me think of. It's a beautiful gold metallic, but it also has gold, really, really strong gold shimmer in it. It looks kind of similar to the one that was in the first polish. So anyway, I really like this at 2 coats for such a light polish. It gives great coverage, so I really enjoyed it. The next polish up is San Francisco, and it's number 283, one of Sinful Colors' oldest polishes, at least in their numbering system here. And this is a beautiful green. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's a very lustery polish, and it is very sheer. I'm going to show you 3 coats here. As you can see, you could wear it that way, but you still are going to see a little bit of visible nail line. It's up to you what way you kind of like to wear it, but if you put this over a black, like a dark green, dark black, dark blue, oh my goodness, be still my heart. It's so gorgeous because you don't need all the coats. You just get like the effect that I feel like the makers were trying to give you when they made this polish. Like it basically looks like how it looks in the bottle. It's so beautiful. That's definitely how I recommend you wearing it. I wore it over navy blue this week and I just couldn't stop staring at my nails. So I really love San Francisco. It's been a long time favorite of mine, and I'm really glad they re-promoted it in this collection. The next re-promoted polish is the one that I've had on my nails in this video, and this is one of my favorite Sinful Color greens ever. This is Rise and Shine number 940. This polish dries super matte. It has a lot of beautiful shimmer when you apply this and you're putting it on and you're like, whoa, look at that gorgeous shimmer. But it dries very matte, so you can't see that shimmer unless you get your top coat and slap it on, which I love about this polish because the way that, at least in this matte formula, it dries fast but not too fast, and so you get that bonus, but also you get to wear it as a matte, and then you just put a top coat on to switch it up the next day. I really love this polish, let alone it's a beautiful cool green. Oh, just such a good one. I have noticed in the past that this does like to try to cling to the fingers, near to the fingers, to the skin around my nail, so just something to keep in mind, but just absolutely beautiful classic. Next up we have Mint Apple number 947, and this is kind of like the slightly lighter counterpart of Rise and Shine. They are very close to each other in the number system for Sinful Colors as well, so maybe they were made around the same time. And basically Rise and Shine just has a little bit darker pigment in it. Also, this is not matte, something good to note, but it just has really beautiful silver shimmer in there. And it does show on the nail when you have it on, so I really like that about it. And I mean, who doesn't love this shade? Like I said, it's basically just the lighter sister of Rise and Shine. Just so pretty. I feel like they just made such good choices when they decided which polishes to put in this collection. And if you don't have this, I highly recommend it. Last up, we have Green Ocean number 220, another very old polish. This is an OG Sinful Colors. And I never used to appreciate this polish when I first started collecting Sinful Colors because I was like, oh my goodness, look how fun it is in the bottle. It does not look like that on your nails at all. And that's because back then I didn't really know too much about a topper and how you can totally appreciate a polish more as a topper rather than trying to like make it work on its own, you know what I mean? So if you try to apply this on its own, it's just going to be very sheer. You really won't get any coverage, but it has really cool iridescent flakies in it. And iridescent flakes, as you know, they really like that dark base to shine off of. So I put this over a navy blue, and oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. I love this so much. I highly recommend this polish. I really think you should own all the polishes in this collection, except maybe that glitter. I'm not really a fan of glitter toppers when especially when they're kind of exactly like something else in the brand's line. get this glitter topper instead of the other one. Granted, well, there are glitters in here. There are tiny iridescent glitters, but it's mostly a flaky topper. So I really suggest that you get this, put it over a nice, beautiful dark color. You will love it. All right, guys, so that's the whole review. I hope you found it helpful. I know you were probably wondering, what in the heck? Why isn't this video up earlier? Well, I just thought, let me put in these other Sinful Colors videos before the Shamrock one so that, you know, it'll be more time appropriate with the season. And now, St. Patrick's Day is upon us, and maybe you guys are going to be sick of wearing greens. I don't know. I am never sick of wearing green. I could wear green all year long, and I do. So I hope that you found this review helpful so you know which ones you want to get, which ones you want to pursue. Thank you for stopping by and spending some of your day with me. You guys, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the notifications button so that you don't miss out on my videos. I guess YouTube only shows you guys like 20% of my videos if you don't hit that button. It's like a new thing that they do now. So, kind of weird, but anyway, make sure you hit the little bell. That's it, you guys. I hope I will see you back for the next review. Have a super duper day. Take care. Bye.